Welcome to another episode of Millennial Diaries. I am your host, Kayla.
And I am your host, Rachel.
What are we talking about?
Today, we are talking about quitting,
Quitting.
quitting.
I like this topic.
Quit or not to quit.
I like this topic because I feel like people look at quitting as a negative. Like, even like recently, I know you hate social media, but I'm going to bring it up. So many people been getting divorced. I mean, and of course, divorce is such a sad topic. Of course, we don't want people to get divorced, but at the same time, like letting go of a relationship is a strength to me. I think like quitting is, as long as you're quitting after you gave that situation your all, that's a positive.
That's facts. That's a good way to look at it. There's strength in that. There's power in that.
So much strength in saying, you know what, I've done all I could do with this, and I'm done. Like, I'm out, and I wish you the best. Mm-hmm. I want the best, which is why I'm letting go of this situation in the first place, and I'm moving forward. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it's a bad thing to let situations go, because I mean, hello, when one door closes, another one opens, and that's a chance to level up. But I can't level up if I'm in the same spot.
That's facts.
I'm with the same person. I'm at the same job. You can definitely boss up once you let some stuff go.
You do have to let stuff go. That really resonates. I know that's a popular word now, but I can just think of examples in my career, think of examples in my education, in my personal life, relationships like that, where I had to let go of some stuff, and it just put me in a better position. So yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong all the time with quitting.
I'm not gonna lie, like I've quit 2 jobs this year and doubled my pay.
I'm quick to quit a job. I'm so
That's
I
the
don't
millennial.
I don't like working. Like, I know y'all be like, Rachel, you do a lot. I like money. I like to pay my bills. I don't like to ask people for money, but I think working is so ghetto and actually beneath me. I'm trying to retire in 2 years. I don't know how. I'm trying to retire by the time I'm 30.
I'm not gonna lie, I hate working too.
I don't like working.
I don't know what that is. Do we think like that is like a social media thing, or is that just within us?
This is before social media, girl. I don't like working, like, but I know I have to do shit. I know I need to get money.
Okay.
Unfortunately, to live.
I feel that
in some sense. So,
but we can't just quit and not have like steady income.
Oh no, I don't do that.
Okay.
I'm never gonna leave a situation and put myself in a bad situation financially. Like, you know how I said I got a lot of faith. I got a lot of faith out here. Yeah. And I believe a little bit, and you spend a check and get it right back. But nah, like, I'm not gonna be down bad and put myself there intentionally. Nah.
And like, even hearing you say that is crazy, because I've quit a job without having a job.
I did that for the first time this summer, but not really. Like, I quit my job and I already had my new job lined up, but the start date got pushed back like 2 weeks later than what I really needed it to be. But the Lord was like, F it, we ball. Oh, I had a blast in August.
The Lord said, F it, we ball.
He made that word.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say the F word. I just said, F it, we ball.
Okay. I've quit a job because I was so stressed out. Like, and like the guy I was dating at the time, like I had gained like 60 pounds. Like, it was crazy. And I used to cry every day before I had to leave out. And he was like, girl, if you don't quit this job, like,
I'm glad he told you to do that.
What is wrong with you? I actually put in a resignation letter, rescinded it, and then like got nervous and then did it again.
Never I.
And I was like, oh my God, what am I about to do to make some money? I had just got a new apartment. Like, I was really like, mentally though, I couldn't go back there.
The Lord is like telling you, like, just let it go. I got you.
I ended up doing like substitute teaching. Like, just to like make, and it felt so freeing. Like, and that's what I think that I like about like not working, is how free, and I literally can do what I want to do. And if I want to go to work, I'll go to work. And if I want to post a video with my fashion, I can do that. But like having to commit every day to something that doesn't even make me happy seems crazy.
To somebody else's goal and mission. Like I can understand if my vision was aligned with the company's vision, but if I'm literally just doing this to make money, I will leave a job so fast because it's like we multi-talented and we educated. We could get a job.
But
we could get a new job.
If we think about like our parents, so that's what was like the issue for me, because my mom in the back of my ear like, girl, are you crazy? What are you about to do? And like I didn't know what I was about to do. I was about to finesse it. Like,
no, that's how my parents are too. They're like, well, you know, you want to make sure that you got a retirement plan. You need to stay at a job. I'm sorry, like I've noticed in my career path, I don't stay at jobs like longer than 2 years. Like once it gets to around like a year and a half, something happens where I'm just like, I'm tired of doing the same thing. Unless it's a job where I'm not doing that, or it's either I'm tired of doing the same thing. It's not giving me the flexibility I want, because as a creative, like I need to move how I want to move when I need to move. But yeah, no, like parents, I'm glad we got parents like that, but they be like, you know, make sure you have your 401k and this, that, and the third and everything.
But that's not always ideal. Like sometimes that's not lined up for what we need.
Because
like,
I'm not saying a no job for no 30 years.
No, I can't see it.
As a bartender, that's a different story. I don't know nobody that's bartended somewhere for 30 years, but I could very well see myself. I've been at this bar for 30 years. I don't know.
I'm gonna be talking about you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna come in.
You can pull up on me.
I'm gonna come in like, girl, you still here?
I sure am. Taking your money, fucking up your liver. Yeah, I sure.
Fucking up your liver.
And essentially, that's what it's doing. That's why I feel bad, but I do it responsibly and with a smile. Like I'm not over serving people.
Quitting is not like just with your job.
No,
it's like relationships and even like family. Like
like when you said, you know, it's not always a bad thing, because you, especially if you give your all. Like I just know from previous like relationships, I've never left somebody to go be with somebody else. Like if I've ever left someone, it was literally to just be by myself, because I just rather be by myself than to deal with your bullshit.
I have to take a pause there, because why do people think, I'm sorry, I'm going to say men. Why do men think that when you break up with them, you must got somebody else?
No, most of the time it's not that. I'm just done with you. And I could just be by myself and just do all the things that I want to do and need to do and not have to deal with that.
And I feel like it's healthy to be by yourself sometimes. Sometimes you do have to walk away from everything and be okay with choosing you. Like, I don't think that's a negative. I don't think it's a negative once you realize, okay, this chapter is not for me anymore.
Yeah.
And there, like you said, there's a certain level of strength in that. There's just a certain level of comfort within yourself with saying, this, I thought this was it, but this is not it.
Or like, it was it for that time.
For that season.
Everything has a run. My dad always says everything has a run. Everything has a season.
And it's okay when those seasons end, because I'm hopeful that in those seasons you were able to learn, you were able to grow, you were able to be happy. And now it's just not serving you the way it should be. And it's okay to walk away from that stuff. And too many times I think we base so much of our lives on society. And when you quit things, it's associated with being a failure. And because you aren't at this big corporation anymore, you failed. You're not married anymore, you failed. Oh, you don't talk to those friends anymore. You were friends since you were in high school. Now you're not friends anymore until you failed. And I don't agree with that.
I don't either, because I'm just thinking now from the examples you just gave. Think about how many corporations would have never came about if somebody didn't quit. They were like, I'm cool on this. I'm about to do my own thing. Apple, it's two Apple computer. What are these, Mac computers? Not MacBooks. I don't know. It's two Apple computers right here. I don't know. I forgot about like Steve Jobs and all that stuff, but I'm sure he was working for somebody and it was like, forget this. I'm about to do my own thing.
I'm about to do my own.
Think about how many relationships, like just if we're going to talk about celebrities, you know, I don't really get into all that, but think about how many celebrities were better off for leaving relationships or leaving different contracts or different groups or organizations.
Yes.
You know, like it's a new beginning sometimes.
And I know we laugh when people have those like divorce parties parties and stuff like that.
No,
but
that's liberating. I don't.
That's a true celebration, though,
Yeah.
because it takes a lot to walk away from things, especially when we're in comfortable situations.
Yeah.
Like,
takes a lot of humility.
Yes, and it's a humbling experience, and I feel like these last, like, since COVID, I feel like I've walked away from so many things, like friendships. I've walked away
Come on,
from
Tyson.
like, cut it out. I've walked away from friendships, like, and like, I'm not gonna say that stuff isn't hard or it's not sad or you don't think about those situations or those people anymore. Yes, it's challenging, but in the end, I feel like I've bossed up so much. Like, every time I've walked away from something, I've leveled up. It's never been a downer.
We don't go backwards.
Like, seriously though, and I'm not even talking on no flexing type. Like, I'm coming to like this like in a humble manner. Like, when I walk away from some stuff, I swear on everything, like, it is replaced, but it is replaced better. Mm-hmm. Like, every single time. Like, so when I am quitting or I'm walking away from situations, I would prefer for people to praise that, like, not hit me with the, oh, what happened?
Right.
Like,
yeah, don't feel bad. Happened. Don't feel bad, because I know that I did what I was supposed to do to try my best to make that connection, whatever it was, work. And if it didn't work, I promise you, it wasn't supposed to work.
It wasn't. And I feel like as much as you try to force a puzzle piece that does not fit that puzzle, it's only gonna hurt you in the end. And it's no, I'm about to level up from this because I'm forced in a situation that was not meant to work. So how can God bless it?
Oh, that resonates.
How can He bless some stuff that just was never meant to be? Like,
is it popcorn?
She loves talking outside of our segment.
I do, because that's real. Like, I don't like podcasts that be all serious and they got a room full of people in the background and you don't engage with them.
She is so frustrating.
And shit be going on in the background and you gotta act like you don't see it or hear it. Like, you know you hungry. You know you hungry. You just said you was.
I can't stand her.
This man has popcorn, so I wanted to know what it was. Back into the queue.
I am so mad at you.
I love you more.
Setting boundaries.
You don't want me to do that no more?
Are important.
You don't want me to do that?
That's a boundary crosser.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
That's my thing, though. I like that. I'll do it less.
How about on a scale from 1 to 10, we do it like 5?
So half of the time.
Okay.
So 1 episode per link up. All right, I got you. We're working on it. Let us know, do you not like my random outbursts to our proctors? I'll keep it to a minimum.
Hopefully everybody comments and say, girl, stop doing that, because we can't see those people.
That's the whole point.
Let's quit doing that.
Nah. I do it less just for you. And that's because I respect you. You know we don't like being told what to do.
But for real, like, quitting is not a bad thing. And I want people to realize that. But I honestly, like, the last episode, we were talking about things that our generation doesn't understand. I think quitting is something that our generation does really well.
Chef's kisses to our generation.
Like,
when it comes to jobs.
But anything though, even relationships.
Anything, but like, I really like the way we do it when it comes to jobs. Like, to your point, ghosting, that's a form of quitting. Sometimes that's not healthy. It's a little toxic. So I'm gonna check myself. It resonated. I'm gonna work on that for you and have an update. But no, when it comes to these jobs, we be holding it down. Like, you want me to do what? Are you paying me more?
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it, and I quit. And you're not getting 2 weeks.
Oh, you're
notice.
My grandmother? I don't care. Like, you're toxic.
You're not.
I'm out of here.
When I say, I don't know if this is going to shoot me in the foot, I don't do 2 weeks. Or if I do, I'm going to book it. I'm going to plan it in advance, and I'm going on vacation while it's my last 2 weeks. So either way, if you don't want to pay me, you're going to run out my PTO.
You are a heathen.
Girl, I'm in HR. I know all the finesses. I'm a heathen representative. Yep, HR.
You really don't do 2 weeks?
No.
What about right now? What about using those people on your resume?
I have so many people that I could use.
Okay.
Or if they need a reference from the most recent job, there's always been is this real wood? prayers to me, there's always been somebody like closer to our age that was in a managerial administrative position that I could use. But even if I quit 2 weeks, like my supervisors, they know it's not towards you. Like you was a cool supervisor, but forget this organization. You know I'm on a bigger and better. They tell me that when they hire me. So no, I don't feel like I owe these organizations no 2 weeks, because when you do that, then they're gonna put on all this work on you.
Even hearing you say that just makes me think of like generations before us, where we almost felt, not we, but they almost felt obligated, or like they owed these people or organizations something, so they had to stay and retire even though they were tired and not getting paid what they should be paid. And nowadays we don't do stuff like that. Nowadays, if we aren't happy, like, we let it be known, and if things aren't changed immediately, then we are up and out. Like, and that, but I love that for us, because that's just not with jobs. Like, that's with everything. Like, I know so many people who say stuff like, oh yeah, I don't drink no more. Like, I quit drinking because I don't like what it brings out of me. But even in our generation, because I feel like we are still kind of young.
Yeah, girl. You're not 50? Yeah.
I feel like we make things happen based on us, like our feelings. Like, and if it don't align with what I want and what makes me happy, I'm out of there.
Yeah, like my parents would be like, with some of the jobs that I've had in the past, especially if I'm representing an organization or you're using my image and my likeness, my parents would be like, well, don't take it so personal. I'm like, yeah, to an extent, it ain't no feelings in business, but at the same time, if you're using my image and my likeness or my brand or my name or whatever, I got a little bit of feelings involved in that, just a little bit. And you're not about to, I'm not one of them ones. You're not about to ever play with me no type of way. Yeah. So it's just like,
and they try.
Yeah, they try.
And they try because most times our generation is the youngest people in that room.
But it's like, how could I not have feelings involved with that? You playing with me. You playing with my money. Like, this is my time. I'm coming here. I'm putting in energy. Like, it is a disconnect. Like, I can detach from it, but you're not about to play with me. So it's like, if I feel like you're just playing, I'm not even going to be rude. I don't have to tell you what you did. I'm just going to leave.
You should tell.
You do. Sometimes you do. And with these jobs I do, like, I'll tell my jobs, or I'll tell people, like, depending on the person, depending on how much respect I have for you, and if I feel like I may need this connection in the future. But
so, I mean, I guess that leads me to something different, because when we're talking about quitting and you're saying, like, there was an issue to the quitting, do you leave space for organization or people to fix those things before you get to that point, or do you kind of declare it with yourselves? Because before I walk away from something, I can't say I necessarily, sometimes I will bring the issue up and I say, well, this is making me uncomfortable, but other times I'll continue to adjust. Like, so in the placement that I'm in now, like, I'm continuing to adjust. Like, I don't like this, so maybe I should change this about me. And then after I've changed so many things, now I'm finally at a point where I'm like, yeah, I don't like this no more.
So it's a balance. So I'm not going to necessarily say I'll change me, and I don't think that's what you meant. Like, you'll change the way you're doing certain things and maybe try to make it seem like it's more fit. But Kayla, you're a rational person. You're not slow. So you didn't even have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you don't have to, you're not adjusting, you're dumbing yourself down.
Yes.
Given the circumstances that you're talking about. But to answer your point, yes and no. So in the workforce, really, I'm vocal. I'm not overly assertive, but I definitely will, if I have grievances or just recommendations or things that I feel like will make something more efficient, I'm going to express that, because I know how to cater to my audience. So I'm never like, oh, well, I think we should do this, or I really wish. No, I'm going to say that shit.
Yeah.
Professionally, respectfully. But then, too, that's how I know, like, once I leave a situation, I can just walk away with my hands clean, because I know I said it. I know I said it. I know I either created a process for y'all to take on to implement, or I actually implemented the process for you. Like, I know I did what I was supposed to do. So it's like, yeah, I checked all the boxes. So if I'm leaving, it's literally because this too much of my energy.
Yes.
Or I got a better opportunity, or I just have a better opportunity. But really, that's really why. So no, I, especially in the workforce, I definitely will express myself.
Ooh, that is hard to do though.
I'm just good at it, like I'm not one of them ones, and I'm not going for anything. And my mom tells me this all the time. Like she realized that when I was like 5 in kindergarten. I'm not. You can't just tell me anything. I'm gonna be. It's a way to just stand your ground respectfully, though, and not take no shit respectfully. That too. Like, it is.
You've never been a follower.
I've never been a follower, but at the same time, like I do know how to follow. Okay. Sometimes as a good leader, you do have to know when to follow. That makes a good leader. Okay. Because you don't have to be a pro at everything, but you got to know how to lead people. You got to know how to lead the pros.
And you know how to say I'm not a pro.
Yeah. Because I definitely know how to say I'm not a pro.
If you are always you're always having that big head, I guess I can say like always I'm right. I'm doing this right, and everybody should follow me this way. You have to be comfortable with letting other people step up and stand out where they are good at.
Yeah, for sure. That makes a good team.
Definitely talking about quitting is crazy for me because I feel like right now I'm in this situation where this is a great place for me, but I don't like, I guess, the staff.
Don't stay where you're not happy.
And then it's just like,
you can find a good work team. Like you can, somewhere else.
And then how long do you stay before you leave? Like, I mean, so many different things. And I'm such a mental health person. Mm-hmm. So a lot of things that I do are based off of my mental health.
Which makes sense.
And if I'm not right mentally, I feel like I can't perform to my fullest ability. That's like, nice. So I struggle because this is a new opportunity for me, and it was a great opportunity. But at the same time, I'm working with a bunch of people who aren't supportive, and they aren't, just not positive spirits. They don't mesh well with my spirit. So I'm trying to figure out, am I being a millennial? Or am I really walking away from something that's not going to be in my best interest? Or am I just at that point where I don't want to work for nobody else?
It's all of those, Kayla. It's all of those. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I appreciate that you are not in the 90% of women who don't have that responsibility and accountability. Because that is very responsible and accountable. You is it me? No, it is me. Okay, what about me is it? You know what I'm saying?
And I do that all the time. Like, before I react or respond to things, I'll say, is it me? Like, what did I do? Like, wait, let's replay that.
It's CT. It is you. It's the CT.
What?
They can't take you, Kayla. They cannot take you. It is you. Girl, move on to a new job. Fuck all that. I'm quick to get a new job.
I know you are, but at the same time, I love this job.
You can.
I love the job when it comes.
Do you like the job, or do you like the connection that you have with the kids and the difference that you make? Because you can make a difference with the kids anywhere.
And that's what it is right there.
Girl, you gotta
that. I feel like that's what I need to hear. This is a therapy session for me.
Oh, always. Most definitely.
Was therapy.
It's like talking to myself.
I love that just there. I want to hug you for that one because that's so true. I really could go other places and still impact even those kids where I'm at now.
Yeah, I think what our generation has on lock, and I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Oh, it's just a job is literally just that. The personal aspects of it. Our generation does a good job at being F all that, and you're not wrong for doing that. I don't want you to think I just got here and I just met these kids and I just built this rapport.
And that's where I'm at.
They're at a pivotal age. They're not your kids. You're not a mother. You don't have to. You're not responsible for them kids.
But
you can still impact them kids.
Yes, I can still impact them. But it's just
all I'm saying is don't keep yourself in. I'm not saying that you are, but I just rather say it so you heard it. You don't have to keep yourself in a box for the kids, because I did that as a coach, and I'm no, these kids gonna grow up. I can still go dance. I can still go cheer.
And it makes no sense to keep yourself in an uncomfortable situation just to say you did it. I even think about I almost want to compare where I'm working to domestic violence. It's abuse. It's literally abuse, and it's just I'm gonna stay for the kids.
Nope, no. That is not. We're not laughing at domestic violence at all.
No, but like
I see
the
what
fact
you're
that
saying.
I'm thinking about just staying for the kids.
I just told my friend last night. I was at this Halloween
party.
party. Girl, fuck them kids.
No.
That was her reaction. She's like, I didn't want to go on vacation with y'all, but my kids. I was like, girl, fuck them kids. Like, you still a person.
Yeah, but
And I'm still gonna say that when I'm a parent. I'm still gonna say that when I'm a parent.
Because you're other things besides just a mother. You're other things just more than just a coworker.
My parents are saying that to me, like to each other, talking about me and my brother now. And I had to really realize, I was like, yeah, forget us. Like, live your life.
Do
for real.
What
like,
will make you happy. And then if you can circle back and influence those people in a different way, then do so. Yeah. But if not, you're supposed to quit and keep leveling up for you, because everybody else is going to pick them every time.
I think quitting is only bad, like you said, if it's a failure, if you don't learn from it. Because failures are nothing but successes. Like, you tried.
I tried, and I found out that's not a good fit.
And that's not a good fit.
And I did something different.
Yeah. So, no, it's not a bad thing. But, you know, like you're saying, you're speaking into existence. This could be what you need to prepare you for. So I'm going to finish looking over your resume. Yes, I do resume critiquing, if anybody.
Period.
I am in HR. Yeah. So speaking of shout outs, we are here at Connect HQ, and we do want to give a huge shout out to James, our proctor. Can we get a pew, 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 pew? You gonna hit the button?
Him not gonna hit the pew.
You're not gonna hit the pew, 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 button? Are you gonna answer? Okay. And Trevor in the back. Hey, Trevor. That's not his name.
B. Watts.
We know it's BK Watts. BKA.
I got it right.
BKA. Better known as Watts. So I'm always gonna call him something different because he doesn't want y'all to know his real name. So yeah, shout out to them. This is a great space. It's a creative space where there's room to do podcasts, recording arts, dance classes, all this stuff. So say that you got referred by Rachel and Kayla for a special promotion.
And this is yet another episode of Millennial Diaries. We hope you guys enjoy, because we enjoy sharing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Catch y'all next time.
Thank you.